things going.
Good morning. Thank you all for joining us for this press conference regarding the recent overdoses in Lincoln. We're going to be providing an update today. Chief Ewens will be speaking, followed by Captain Ryan Dale, and then Colonel Bullock of the Nebraska State Patrol. County Attorney Pat Condon is also here for questions and will provide a brief statement as well. We will be streaming this live on Facebook, and we will offer questions following statements. Chief?
Thank you everybody for coming. Good morning. As we all know, opioid overdoses are devastating our entire nation. Between July 24th, 2021 and August 19th, 2021, the Lincoln community experienced a significant increase in reported drug overdoses related to cocaine laced with fentanyl. Our agency investigated 35 overdoses during that time period. Each of these events created life-threatening situations where medical intervention and hospitalization were required. I wanted to acknowledge the heroic actions of our officers, Lincoln Fire and Rescue, and medical personnel who performed life-saving measures. Unfortunately, 9 individuals died as a result. Additionally, one surviving victim was pregnant and the baby did not survive. We continue to send our condolences to the families and friends of those affected. We will continue to investigate all leads to ensure the safety of our community. Today, we will be announcing the arrest of 2 individuals directly involved in the distribution of illicit drugs associated with some of the recent overdoses. I'm proud of the tireless effort and exemplary work demonstrated by members of our agency that have led to these arrests. Our work is not done. I'd like to introduce Captain Ryan Dale, the commander of Lincoln Lancaster County Narcotics Task Force, to explain further.
Good morning. The Lincoln Lancaster County Narcotics Task Force is made up of members of the Lincoln Police Department, Lancaster County Sheriff's Office, and Nebraska State Patrol, working in conjunction with the Lancaster County Attorney's Office and U.S. Attorney's Office to investigate illegal drug activity and related incidents. The task force thoroughly investigates all reported accidental overdoses with the goal of preventing future overdoses by holding accountable those responsible for delivering the drugs, seeking out and seizing remaining drugs, and providing appropriate resources to the victims. With the recent overdoses and overdose deaths due to fentanyl-laced cocaine, we have conducted numerous interviews, conducted surveillance, served multiple search warrants, and have made multiple arrests. Through these investigative steps, information was developed while tracing the drug trail from some of these overdoses back to the original source. Yesterday, September 23rd, the task force arrested Anna Adigema and George Weaver Jr. for their involvement in the spate of overdoses occurring in Lincoln and the immediate area. It was determined that Adigema was an employee of the Nebraska State Patrol, working in their evidence unit. The Lincoln Police Department, assisted by the members of the Nebraska State Patrol, did an audit of the headquarters troop evidence facilities and determined that there were large amounts of drugs missing, including significant quantities of cocaine and fentanyl. Anna Adigema and George Weaver Jr. were both arrested for conspiracy to distribute 140 grams or more of cocaine and fentanyl. The investigation is still ongoing with a large volume of work remaining. The Nebraska State Patrol has been fully cooperative throughout the investigation. We encourage anyone with information regarding individuals distributing illegal drugs, especially drugs that have led to overdoses, to contact the Lincoln Police Department at 402-441-6000, the Lincoln Lancaster County Narcotics Task Force at 402-441-8181, or Crime Stoppers at 402-475-30.
As a subject in an ongoing narcotics investigation. That person was identified as Anna Adigema, who had worked for NSP for 14 years, with the last several years as an evidence technician. LPD informed me of their investigation on August 20th, and NSP immediately cut off access to secure facilities for this employee, which would include evidence storage areas. NSP also immediately began an internal investigation, and the employee was suspended. On August 27th, I terminated her employment with the Nebraska State Patrol. The position of evidence technician is a critical role within any law enforcement agency. Our team of evidence technicians throughout the state are entrusted with key responsibilities to support the incredible work done by our troopers and investigators. As LPD informed us of their investigation and NSP began our own internal investigation, it became clear that this employee had betrayed the trust of the people of Nebraska, who look to the State Patrol as the professional and dedicated law enforcement agency that it is. She also betrayed the trust placed in her by our troopers, investigators, and civilian team members who take pride in our constant mission to keep Nebraska safe. Worse than that, her actions appear to have caused immense pain for many people in this community. While we can't discuss specifics of our internal investigation, nor can we discuss the details of the ongoing Lincoln Police investigation, I can say that I and our entire State Patrol family are deeply saddened by this entire situation, and we all feel betrayed by this individual. We have already begun a thorough review of our evidence storage policy and procedures. Our current procedures have followed the guidance and accreditation process set forth by the Commission of Accreditation for Law Enforcement Agencies, or CALEA. CALEA is the premier accreditation standard for law enforcement agencies across the country. The Nebraska State Patrol, the Lincoln Police Department, and several other agencies are among approximately 5% of all law enforcement agencies nationwide to earn this accreditation. In accordance with CALEA standards, NSP conducts both regularly scheduled and random audits at each of our evidence storage facilities throughout the state. In this case, those audits were completed as scheduled. We believe all of this activity occurred during a brief window of time following the completion of one of those audits. I want to be clear about 2 points. This situation does not in any way affect the Nebraska State Patrol Crime Lab. The evidence storage facilities that are involved in this investigation are located in the city of Lincoln, and we have no reason to believe that any other NSP evidence facilities have been impacted. I'd like to thank Chief Ewens, the Lincoln Police Department, and the entire team for their professionalism in this matter throughout this investigation. Our internal review of policies and procedures is ongoing, and NSP will continue to work with LPD as their investigation continues. At this time, I'd like to introduce Lancaster County Attorney Pat Condon to make a few remarks.
Good morning. I'm not going to, of course, say much about for us of the 2 individuals other than to say they will be charged this afternoon at 2 o'clock. We will be requesting bond on those individuals. They both will be charged with 1B felonies, which carry a 20 to life sentence. In regards to cases that are open in my office, we have identified approximately 105 cases that are open that were State Patrol cases, and we will be doing a complete review of those cases and also be contacting the defense attorneys that were involved in those cases. Many of these cases are on warrant, they go back to 2010, but again, we will be doing a complete review of all these cases going forward here, and that's all the comments that I have.
We're fortunate to have a great community full of resources available to help those who are suffering from any drug addiction or substance abuse issues. The Department of Health and Human Services has our Lancaster County Health Department has a website, lincoln.ne.gov/OD. The website provides information about the numerous resources available to those in need. Now we'll open up for any questions.